Hi. So I'm going to do the review of week 6 of The Artist Way by Julia Cameron. Week 6 was actually not bad at all. Whoa. So much better than the other ones. That's all I have to say. But you'll hear about why. So if you want to know why week 6 was so much better than the previous weeks, hit subscribe. See? Get better. All right, so week 6 is all about recovering a sense of abundance. Yay, that is what I'm trying to do right now, so yay. But she really kind of talks about God and the great creator, right? But she uses her Jesus God in this. And that really got me thinking. So I just want to let you know what I was kind of jotting down when I was reading through this. A God I believe in. I don't believe in a God, at least one God. I believe that there's a creator. I believe like in chaos, right? I believe that there are many gods and goddesses, but are they real? No. But what they represent and their image and the energy and what you get from them and how we create them is real, if that makes sense, right? So then I started thinking, okay, and she's talking about what happens for many people who lose their artist creativity, right? That what happens is that they think that God believes that they're not worthy of things, of money. That God doesn't do money. God will save you, like your life and your health and your leg and your cousin and whatever else, but God doesn't deal with the money part of it. That's how I summarized it. And so she's saying that's what's holding us back, because when we look around and we see the lack, right? And if we believe that there's lack, then we see lack. And every time we see the lack, it just reinforces our belief that there's lack. And then it's just that vicious cycle. She didn't say that at all, but I kind of taken that from other things that I've been learning about. So anyway, so then she just kind of goes through about people and their struggle with that God believes that, God will make sure that we have somewhere to live, but he's not going to make sure that we have paint and a paintbrush to have canvas to paint on, right? That's not what he deals with, those kind of things. So more like our faith is like in the dollar, whereas I have to keep a roof over my head in comparison to like nobody's going to pay me to be creative. So that's where she's kind of going with that. And you need to use your morning pages to think about your whole aspect on God, which I have been doing. I've been doing the morning pages. Yes, I have. And how, maybe struggle with the idea that you don't really want that God doesn't want us to be happy, joyous, and free, right? That's what we secretly believe, is what she's saying. So fair enough. Okay. That got me thinking about some stuff. Next part was about luxury. And this has come up before too, when I did that 21-day abundance challenge, right? And so it's just being kind of aware of what luxury is and what that is and how it connects us to our authenticity. And so it was kind of really interesting how we're supposed to pamper ourselves, because we know that the abundance is there. It brings us to us, right? And so then kind of figuring out what pampering means. And for me, it's my London fog every morning. I absolutely enjoy it. You have no idea. It's so nice, and it kind of just starts my morning in the office. Just like that couple minutes where I'm just sitting there and I just smell it. Use all my 5 senses, and then when I taste it and when it goes down my throat and burns my tongue, it's a whole thing, but I absolutely love it. And to me, that's a luxury to be able to do that. But she's talking about how when we feel blocked, it's because we have a belief of lack of money and that we can't have the luxury. And so she kind of makes us look into that a little bit. Yeah, I know, right? Kind of like how we see ourselves every day and enjoyment of our days instead of always being so busy and on autopilot and not really experiencing luxury. Oh, she has something here that I really like and that I'll probably say again at some point, but luxury is a learned practice. Just like self-care, right? And luxury actually is self-care. And then I wrote here, focused on others at the expense of ourselves. And she brings that in her previous weeks. She talks about us, you know, being the virtue trap and doing for others and ignoring our own self. Yeah. So, and she said, you know, we often have to create that luxury, because luxury could also be of time. And so we have to be really intentional and make sure that we put time aside to experience it. And the whole be silly, right? Be creative and be very silly. And I think my silliness, my playfulness is going to come out when I'm certified as a laughing leader, a laughing yoga leader. Oh yeah, I'm doing it. And so that was going to help me with that part. Oh, and then one of the things that she wanted you to do was to keep track of all your expenses and what you spend for the next week. I didn't actually do that, but I'm going to do that this week. Okay? So that works. Okay. So then there was an exercise where we were supposed to do money madness exercise. This one was really interesting because I know what I used to think to what I think now, but what I should think, right? You see how that all happened? And I know we want to use present tense, so then I was thinking to myself, do I really want to write down something that I know I don't want to put out there? So this was kind of like, I wasn't able to just go on the fly, but I will share with you what I did have. So so I'm supposed to like finish the sentence, okay? People with money are, and I said blessed. 2. Money makes people change. Oh, sorry. This it goes, money makes people blank. And then I said change, or perhaps highlight who they really are. 3. If I had money, blank, I'd travel. I would create opportunities to help others to heal and grow. 4. If I had more money, blank. If I had more money, I'd be working another job. The next question. My dad thought money was, can't tell you. My mom always thought money would, can't tell you. In my family, money caused, blank, fights, distrust. Money equals, blank, freedom, more opportunities. If I could afford it, I would, blank, buy a home. If I had some money, blank, I'd take all the courses that I want to take. All the little ones, from the tapping, from breathing, to mindfulness, to whatever. There's a whole bunch. EFFT, everything. Like I would just take all these little courses that I want to take. Okay. I'm afraid that if I had money, blank, I would spend it all. Money is blank, good, pure, and serves a purpose. And I'd like to say that that one there, I know changed, because I would never have said that, last year. So yay me. Because remember, if you remember that video or not, I have a new relationship with money. And money is good. And money is pure and necessary. And then on and on. I won't read it again. Anyway. Okay. Next one. Money causes blank. Changes in attitude. Having money is blank. Not of a concern. In order to have more money, blank, I'd need to invest. Make my money work for me. When I have money, blank, I usually pay bills, buy what I need, and give to others. 17. I think money is abundant. So it's, I think money is blank, and I said abundant. That is what I'm putting out there. If I weren't so cheap, I'd blank. And I said, buy more plants, books, crystals, things. I don't know. Because cheap is different than not being able to afford it, right? Okay. Being broke tells me blank, life is hard. That's very interesting. If you watched the previous video when I was at the river and I'm trying to do that mindset reset and get rid of life is hard and embrace that life is easy, that's where that came from. Just saying. Okay, so now let's talk about the tasks, because that's where we're at. Now remember, week 6, the tasks. Actually, maybe should I just... No, I'm just going to do it. It was really simple. This isn't really in depth. Okay, so the 11. So week 6, task 1 is natural abundance. Find 5 pretty or interesting rocks. I enjoy this exercise particularly because rocks can be carried in pockets. Fingered in business meetings. It says fingered in business meetings. They can be small, construct reminders of our creative conscious. Okay, whatever. That was just what she wrote there. But what you're supposed to do is collect the rocks. And if you guys saw the video from the river, those were all the rocks that I got. Beautiful, hey? Such good energy. Anyway, so I did that. Task 2 was natural abundance. Pick 5 flowers or leaves. So the same idea. The only thing is, I didn't do that. We're really cold right now. There's not really any leaves. So I'm always collecting things. My house is full of rocks and wood from the river or the ocean, like driftwood or branches or whatever. So we're good. Clearing was the next task. And this was throw out or give away 5 ratty pieces of clothing. Yes, I did that. And very, very happy. Gone they are now. 4 was the next task. And again, that was the creating. So what she was doing was the natural abundance, was like collecting of the rocks. Clearing of, I guess energy. So getting rid of the old, the clothes, the ratty. And then creating would be baking. And so she wants you to bake something. And I did awesome banana bread again. Actually, I'm very impressed. I found a new recipe, gluten-free, reduced sugar, but it is so good and moist. So yay me, I did that. The next one would be communication. And so she wants you to send 5 postcards to 5 friends. This is not a goody two-shoe exercise. Send to people you would love to hear from. I didn't send a postcard because, like, hello, the environment. I sent text messages, though. And then she wants reread the basic principles. Oh, do you guys remember that? I've been writing those basic principles out now for however long, I guess a couple weeks now. As part of my morning pages, I write it out. Just because, it's pretty good. I actually got them kind of memorized. And I'm actually going to read them out to you right now just because they need to be heard. So, creativity is the natural order of life. Life is energy, pure creative energy. There is an underlying, indwelling creative force infusing all of life, including us. When we open ourselves to creativity, we open ourselves to our creative's creativity within us and in our lives. We are ourselves creations, and we, in turn, are meant to continue creativity by being creative ourselves. Creativity is God's gift, the divine's gift, to us. And using our creativity is our gift back to the divine. The refusal to be creative is self-will and counter to our true selves. When we open ourselves to exploring creativity, we open ourselves to the divine. As we open our creative channels to the Creator, Many gentle but powerful changes are to be expected. It is safe to open ourselves up to greater and greater creativity. Our creative dreams and yearnings come from a divine source. As we move towards our dreams, we move towards our divinity. And those are the basic principles, which are actually pretty cool, right? So that was reread the basic principles. And then they also wanted you to read the prayer that you made, that remember I had created. And so the prayer that I had created goes like this. I know and trust that I am worthy of having what I want. It always shows up for me. It always works out for me, and I allow it to work out this time. I am worthy of living a financial ease lifestyle. I am living financial freedom. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, ready for the next one? I celebrate and honor my creative energy. I allow creativity to flow through me. I allow myself to experience the creative energy. Remember, my darling, not all art exists in physical material form. The art is within you. Okay, and that was that. And then the next task is clearing again. Any new changes in your home environment, make some. That one's hard too because I like the way my house looks. So just with the changes, I just kind of rearranged some plants, move things around again, right, after their showers. So that's where I did that. Acceptance. Any new flow in your life, practice saying yes to freebies. I'm practicing saying yes to freebies. I just haven't had any that I don't really think of. But I am aware of it and I am watching out for it. And then prosperity. Any changes in your financial situation or your perspective on it, any new, even crazy ideas about what you would love to do, pull images around this and add to your image file. So yeah, there have been some changes, especially in perspective. I'm really trying to be purposeful in my intentions and how I view abundance. So yeah, I do see a little bit of changes. I just need some of my London fog. Hang on. Because it is a luxury. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so that was the end of all the texts or all the tasks for week 6. Yay, hey? Now for your check-ins that you have to do, they ask about, did you do your morning pages? Yes, I did. Every day I do them. Yesterday though, full disclosure, yesterday took me a long time. It took me all morning to do the morning pages. I was all over the place. Whoa. So, but I did get them done. Yay me. And did I do an artist date or a luxury? Yes, I did. I got my nails done. It's the little girl in me. We went to the river. That was really good. Played a little bit. Worked well. Any synchronicities this week? Yeah, there have been a little bit, but they're not like screaming out at me. But I do remember her saying that there might be a little bit of a dull, right? A couple of weeks ago, she had said that. You can't expect it all to be boom, 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 boom. So fair enough. Anyway, that is the end of week 6 of the Artist Way. Week 7 is recovering a sense of connection. Yay. So we'll just have to see how that one goes, hey? Anyway, who would have thought self-care would be so life-changing? Have good sleeps.